Hey there, Amanda Johnston here, advisor and fiduciary at Johnston Wealth and Income Management, a retirement income source. Thank you very much for joining me today. Couple of topics I want to touch on today. Number one is, if you did not catch it, please, I do encourage you to go back and look at a video that we released a couple weeks ago. It was kind of a state of the market address from Matthew, and I hear a lot of feedback that really provided some insight and just reassurance and really peace of mind with some of the uncertainty that we're encountering nowadays. So if you do find yourself a little bit nervous or even a lot of bit nervous, please, if you didn't catch it, go back and watch that video, and I hope you find that helpful. Of course, Matthew and I are here for you anytime to discuss any of your thoughts, concerns, questions, anything along the way. Second thing I want to cover is in regards to Fidelity. There's been a couple of changes that I want to bring to light. Of course, by now, if you're watching this video, we have either sent you multiple videos about transitioning to Fidelity from Charles Schwab, or we've already gotten your permission to transition you, and some of you, most of you, are already with Fidelity. So we're seeing a little bit of a different statement structure now. You've gotten a few statements under your belt, most of you have, and if you're still waiting on transition, I promise we have not forgotten about you. I'll touch on that here in just a moment. But for those of you already with Fidelity, the statements do look very different. And you should be finding that the information is way easier to read, but also accurate. Very important. Seems like a simple ask, but we finally got what we needed and the information that we wanted to report to you every single month. The income, the ups and downs, the fees, all of that kinds of things. So in regards to the fees specifically, you should be seeing a few more line items on your statements when it comes to the fee section. Of course, you have the advisor fee there, but I wanted to touch on this because it seems to confuse a few people, and it is something different than what we had previously had with Charles Schwab. So with Charles Schwab, when we were trading, we were buying new positions for you. And of course, Matthew had said this last week, buying at the right price, right? The Kmart blue light specials that we've had access to. Well, we've been busy. So when we buy a new position for you with Charles Schwab, what they do is they basically just give you the line item, one line item of that buy on the statement. When in fact, there are actually some inheriting kind of embedded fees that tend to happen. Let's say when we're buying individual bonds directly from a company, we're getting a smoking deal for you and paying a really good price. But there is something called a trade-away fee. Usually runs about $20 or so. But the way Schwab was reporting it is they just embed it into the actual price of the bond, so you never really saw that fee on their statement. Same thing is true with SEC fees. There are some individual stocks that require an SEC fee. Usually it's fairly nominal, not a huge deal, but again, it was just embedded into the stock price. So when you got your trade confirmations, you didn't see any of those excess fees. Well, now with the clients who have moved to Fidelity, that's a different story. And this is one of the reasons we actually chose Fidelity in the first place, because they are so transparent with their fees, with the line items that they're giving to you. All of the information is completely accurate and right on point. So with Fidelity, they're not embedding those natural fees that you were already paying before into the cost of the bond or into the cost of the stock. What's happening is they are actually separating it out for you. And again, in the spirit of transparency, we appreciate it. We love it. We want to always make you aware, really with kind of arm you with more information than you may want or need. But I'd rather you have it there. You see the line items, you see the trade-away fees or the SEC fees, in addition to your advisor management fees that we charge to manage your money, because that's what true transparency looks like in the end. So again, these aren't new fees. It's not like we're, Fidelity's charging you more for us to trade on your account. You were already paying them previously, but the statement and the transparency just looks a little bit different on the Fidelity side. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to us, let us know. But I did want to make you aware, for those that have transitioned, this is a change and it's a little different than probably what you expected coming from Schwab. The other thing I want to note on, and this is really important, so if you've made it this far into the video, I thank you. But really looking at the transition, undertaking this manual process of moving from Charles Schwab to Fidelity, it definitely became a little bit more labor intensive than we had originally anticipated early last year. It's been a labor of love, though. The feedback that we've heard from our clients who have moved to Fidelity, the quality of the statements, the transparency that we see, and just the general reporting and the accuracy has been top notch. And just their customer service, we are getting an immense amount of support that we never had with Charles Schwab. So we're really excited for the transition. If we have already had a conversation and you have given us your blessing to transition you, we're getting to you, I promise. We've hired more staff. Our team is working very diligently to get this process taken care of and get us all transitioned to Fidelity for those who wanted to transition, and getting that process taken care of. So we are still moving alphabetically through our clients. We're moving as fast as we possibly can. But because of the intensity of the labor that we have been experiencing with the Fidelity transition, having those conversations with our clients from me and Matthew and our team, the videos that we've sent out, all of the different things, well, it's taken away from our original promise to our clients that we like to review about every 6 to 8 months, somewhere in that ballpark. So if you feel as though it's been just too long since we have last got together for a review, please do not hesitate to pick up the phone and call us, let us know, shoot us an email, and our team will be all over it to make sure that you get scheduled as soon as possible. Even if we haven't reviewed in a little while, please know that we have not stopped working. We're still buying, we're still doing our job, we are still having your back with all of the changes and uncertainty that we're facing in the market. So we have not left, we are not going anywhere, and we are just so grateful for our clients, for your trust, and more importantly, for your patience as we work through the final stages of moving those clients that do want to move from Charles Schwab to Fidelity, and really completing that process for you in the standard that you expect from us, but also that you absolutely deserve. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this message found you well. Hope you stay safe, be blessed, and we will see you in a couple weeks.